We heard you were a talker, man.
Yeah.
They said you're a nonstop talker. Is that true? What's that? Is that part of your game? Or
Yeah, I mean, that's just me. I feel like, you feel me, I get better as I talk, you feel me? I feel like the more trash I talk, my X factor come on, so.
How about, we've seen your game, I guess, just how excited are you kind of show everybody here what you're capable of? Obviously, early in camp, you were unstoppable, it looked like. Josh Thompson was having some nightmares with you.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited, especially on such a big stage like this, and, the culture around defense, so I'm really excited. Game one.
You said you're a vocal person. I've seen you see some stuff to Nussmeier. A couple of the players have talked about how you just keep that energy up. What are some of those things that you're saying?
Just football talk, some things that we talk about, just getting at the other guy, trying to get in his head, throw him off his game, just a couple friendly words.
What's it like playing for a guy like Kyle Williams? Played at such a high level for so many years in the NFL.
Yeah, that's definitely somebody you want to soak up the most knowledge from, especially, a guy like that, size, frames, everything like that. I feel like just daily I can always learn from him, so it's definitely a blessing.
You being a new guy, how has the team kind of adapted to your personality and everything?
Yeah, I feel like I rolled right in home because, Baton Rouge, everybody treat everybody like family, so they took me right in and I just came comfortable.
Do you feel like people are saying you're the surprise of the camp so far, or one of the surprises?
I haven't heard that. I feel like I've been going to work lately.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ashton said he expected you to run out of energy maybe, but you haven't.
I was just telling those guys, that's just one of the things, I just go for, I don't want to be tired. I just feel like I got a motor regardless of what I'm doing.
I think Blake Baker was talking yesterday about people maybe have a misconception how big defensive linemen are. Like maybe you're considered undersized, you're making the plays you're making, but how do you play the game at your size and everything?
Yeah, I feel like one of the best D linemen I look up to is Aaron Donald. Everybody used to say that about him, and look where he at now. So I feel like that don't mean nothing no more. So, for sure.
Tell me about your game, I guess, like for those of us that haven't seen you in game speed, just seen you at practice, like what do you take pride in? Obviously, Blake was talking about your get-off, right, and your ability. Your second step is before the offensive lineman can get his foot in the ground on a second step. So, like, is that where you think your strength is, your quickness?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't want a guy to touch me regardless of what I'm doing, whether it's run, put my hands out, pass. I don't just want to touch me. Like, you ain't going to touch me.
So what do you do? How do you make sure that happens?
I want to say, it always starts with get-off and then just mentality-wise, who better, me or you?
Guy, like you a neat freak, like is it a touch thing like that, or is
everything. Everybody try to be, clean passers, but they all ain't the best. So it's just being tough and going hard.
Tell us about where you're from. Obviously, you got a big personality. So, kind of where'd that come from? And you say Baton Rouge, right? So, like, obviously, you've been around,
Yeah, my mama's from down here, so that's why it's easy to come down here. But I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama, and then the energy I feel like just came from my house. My mama, everything we do, we just always, waking up early. Gotta come on, let's get to it. Come on, get to it. So I feel like it just all came from the house.
Are you the oldest?
Yes, sir. 2 younger sisters.
Do you feel like that pass rush is doing? Let's talk about the offensive line, right? Guys that you're going against.
Dog.
New group there. They're trying to figure it out, right? What do you see in those dudes?
I want to say across the line, just straight dog. I feel like from the guard in the center, I'm always trying to go at them guys because, we're making each other better at the end of the day.
As far as the interior of the D-line goes, like, you got a mixture of veteran guys like yourself, some younger guys. How deep could this rotation be this year?
Deep. I'm talking about from top to bottom.
Who are some guys on the D-line that you've seen step up in camp?
I was just telling the guy, like, really everybody, everybody got their first couple struggles, freshmen coming in, but now I feel like everybody learned the playbook. There's no such thing as just, oh, he's a freshman, he got to wait. We need guys coming in now, long season. So.
What's it like to have the Weeks boys behind you and then Perk on the side, I guess? Are they really doing a good job of kind of setting everything? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate, playing with some guys like that behind you, because they got a lot they got to do already. So if you got guys that can give you the call and go make plays, fill it up, and, like, we helping each other go hand in hand, so we all just helping each other make plays. I definitely, love those guys.
What's a nut?
Yeah, that's my dog. So,
you guys get along
well. Yeah. Get along real good.
Your personality kind of reminds me of Whit. Energetic, upbeat. Y'all kind of the same?
Yeah, that's why I say when you hear me talking, you're going to see him smiling. He talking, I'm smiling behind him. So, yeah, for sure.
Why LSU?
Why not? It's LSU. Like, that's literally all you got to say, I feel like, at the end of the day. LSU, long, tradition run long, biggest stage, just everything, really.
Did you know about Kyle Williams?
No, not originally until when I got recruited, and I looked him up, I was like, oh, he's a real, like stud, like, for real. So No, I'm glad I learned my knowledge now.
Does it feel like you're getting coached by a veteran coach?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Knowledge every day.
Barion, you caught that punt yesterday. How's the ankle?
Great. Nothing major at all. Just trying to be careful on it.
Do you want them to turn you loose? I mean, so many of you guys are so talented back there on teams, but so often we just see them playing it safe. Is there a talk of being aggressive in the return game?
Honestly, whatever Coach AA got for me, I just been taking the coach and listening. But any opportunity that I get to take it out, best believe I'll be taking it out.
Kid right there. I mean, he can't be stopped. Everything we've seen at practice, he's like a cheat code. You throw it up and he's gonna go get it. What have you seen in his growth in the short time you've been with him?
Man, Trey'Dez like my little big brother. Man, just so happy for him. Hard worker, grinder, coachable, and just a good kid outside of football. We live close to each other, so we be chopping it up always. We'll play the game with each other, but just seeing where he's coming and what he can get is just crazy.
You feed him little nuggets and stuff?
Of course. I always make sure I tell all the young guys, just stay in the training room. If you don't do nothing, please stay in the training room because it'll catch up to you.
What's your time at LSU been like so far?
Man, amazing. They just took me in like a child, so man, I love the teammates, coaching staff, cafeteria ladies, janitors, just everybody in general. It just feel home, and I just feel like it was a great place to be. Happy I made the decision.
And how has this team kind of gelled together? You're one of a bunch of new guys. How have they kind of gelled together?
Man, great. I sit beside man, so that's my dog. JG, that's my dog, and I just feel like everybody got the same goal, so it make it easy for everybody to gel in. Beezy, he got a dog, I got a dog, so we'll come over each other's house with our dogs, just chill, chop it up. So that's just a good thing to have.
Did they do any different team building things? Everybody goes bowling, right? Everybody goes to a water park or something. But did they do something? Because there are a lot of new pieces, obviously.
Right. Well, we have a talent show Friday, which I'm not very excited about. I feel like I shouldn't have to be doing it. The freshmen should, but yeah, we do all type of things. But the talent show is the thing I'm not ready for at all.
The corners that you're facing, obviously, you said you sit next to Mansour. Just what do you see in those guys? And because I'll be honest, they weren't great, the last couple of years. So obviously they had to go out and get some new guys. But we've seen that improvement.
Right, man. I just see hard work. Coach C-Ray stand on them boys, and every day we go out there, they know I'm gonna give them my best. They're gonna give us ours. So it's just great to have a competitive nature on the field.
Barion, how fast are you?
Fast. Fast.
What do you run the 40 in?
I ain't recently ran it at all yet, but that should be coming up in a couple months.
Yeah. Well, maybe it doesn't matter, right? I mean, how fast, when you have the pads on and everything, we see you get deep. I mean, are you going to bring that element, you feel like, to this team to stretch the field?
Of course. On my official when I came here, I let them know that I'm somebody that's going to take the top off. You can give me screens, whatever you do, just get the ball in my hand and I'll make a play.
We've seen them throw these little slip screens, and you seem to separate quickly. Do you have that quick, 0 to whatever speed?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, I do.
All right.
Yeah, kind of going off that, you're known as a fast guy, a guy that can take the top off, but it kind of seems like y'all got 4 or 5 guys that, really kind of burners. What's it like playing in a room like this?
Amazing. Like I said, in that room, it's just, we gel so good together. Everybody want to see the best for one another. Everybody rolling, so it's competitive for sure, but man, they bring the best out of us, and that's what they want.
2 more?
Nussmeier as a quarterback, what did that play in your decision to come here?
A big role in it. Just seeing the passion he had and the amount of times they threw the ball, and Nuss is a great guy off the field. So, man, it's just good to have a quarterback to be back there and sling it.
Yeah. And I guess you kind of already been asked this, but you look around, you see Trey'Dez and Nick Anderson, these freaks and smaller guys that can run. I mean, how explosive as a whole do you think this offense can be?
Man, I couldn't even imagine. I'm just ready for the August 30th and put it on display for y'all.
Dude, since day one practice, I mean, they can't stop you. What is that confidence like for you, right? I mean, just knowing that you can get to some balls some guys can't, and we're seeing it every day.
Of course, when I make a good play, my confidence goes up, but I try not to get too high into that. I try not to get in my head, even when I have a bad play or a good play. I just focus on the next play. That's it.
And how is that progression for you? Obviously, I saw you working with Cortez the other day, trying to get off, but I know that you're really in there working with Alex, trying to, stay in line and get all that going. What kind of progress do you feel like you've made outside of catching the ball?
I feel like I'm making great progress. I'm going at a good pace. I feel like by Clemson I'll be full go, ready to block and to catch passes. Just as well, I need to improve in my blocking. I need to improve in my route running too. So I'm just balancing both of those.
Like a year ago at this time, were you thinking more? And
Yes, absolutely. I wasn't playing to my best ability. Like I was thinking a lot because I didn't know the offense.
so now it's more along the line, full speed, and
Yes.
I'm just playing football.
I understand the offense more, and I'm able to sit in the soft spots of the zones, and I'm more knowledgeable with the game of football.
The other day at practice, I was watching you stand next to Nick Anderson and think, wow, look, those are two freaks right there, right? I mean, just as a whole on this offense, how many weapons do you feel like you have?
Plenty of weapons. Our depth is so deep on this team, man. This is the best team I've ever been a part of. I love those guys. They're my brothers. We all put in 100% of work every day. We come in. I just love them dudes, man.
Kind of going off of what he was asking, what's it like to have this deep wide receiver room?
It's great. You get fresh legs. And those guys are track stars, man. Everybody in that room runs 22 miles per hour higher.
As you continue to learn the tight end position, if you will, last year you were behind Mason Taylor, but now you got Bauer Sharp with you, kind of next to you. Y'all been kind of the two tight end sets. What's it like having a guy like that in your room as well?
He gives off a lot of traits that Mason did with being a veteran, a leader towards me. He's been teaching me really the mindset. Like, I'm bigger than everybody, so I should play like I'm bigger than everybody. Like, that guy, he's amazing, man.
When you think about your journey and kind of when you picked up football and kind of put down the basketball to where you are now, I guess, like, what do you think about the most? Like, how proud are you of kind of the progress you've made, but still what's left to come?
I'm very proud of myself. I feel like I did a hard task last year playing football and basketball, but I feel that all my time is focused on football right now. By me starting playing football in 10th grade, I didn't know anything about football, but as of now, as of this year, I'm starting to understand the offense more. I feel like I'm good right now.
What does that do for you when you understand the routes and the concepts?
It makes me play faster. I don't have to think a lot. I can just get to my spot and do what I need to do to help the team win.
What about your leader, Nussmeier?
I
Kinda
love
kid.
Nuss. I love Nuss, man. He brings the team together. Man, he's just such a great guy. And like what we're gonna need this year is Nuss. We're gonna need that leader role that he plays for us.
Have you been noticing the defense has improved, even though you're having your way sometimes?
And this is probably the best defense I've played against. All them guys fly around, and you really don't see it until you're watching it from the outside. Everybody's flying to the ball.
How about those corners? We just obviously talked to Ashton, the kind of improvement that you've seen out of him and Mansour on the other side. Like, what are you seeing out of those guys? Because it's a pretty new room, right, outside of Ashton.
They're very physical, and our corners are fast, just as fast as our receivers. Man, they're great. They come in and grind just like everybody else.
Hey, Ashton.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Having fun out there?
Yes, sir. You know it. Good to be out there.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are knocking down a lot of passes. You feel like the secondary's improved?
Most definitely. Under Coach Raymond, it's just an expectation for him. Like, it's not something that he really, speaks about. Like, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's just the way we work. That's what allows us to do those things. Like, we don't worry about all the stats, all the, interception, all the PBUs. We just go out there and work.
Yeah. Time flies. You're already a junior. How improved are you since when you first got here? How much more confident are you in your game?
Coming, since my freshman year, going to my sophomore year, that was a big switch even from my freshman to sophomore year because, I came in, under the radar. I was a 3-star. I was the last, offer in my class. So coming in, the confidence may not have been, where it's at now, but I worked my way through it, even though I had, 2 different, position coaches. But going from my freshman year to my sophomore year, I just work, I put my head down, and then, you know, once I got into my sophomore year, it was more of I already, you know like what goes on, like how to do it, like the right way. So everything slowed down for me. I went on the field, you know, I made plays, you know, and then, you know, that's all it is.
Ashton, what's the rest of the room look like back there with so many new guys, whether it be outside or at the safety position? How important was it for y'all to get along, and where do you think that process is as far as comfort and knowing where everybody is?
So cornerback-wise, you know, we're all in a room, but it's hard because we're on two different sides of the field, so we can't, you know, really talk to each other. So it's okay if the corners, like, we can all be close, tight, but it's just, you know, about the safeties, you know, bringing in AJ, Cooley, those guys, we got to be able to gain relationships with them outside of, you know, football, just being able to, you know, be comfortable with speaking to them. Because when you get on the field, you got to be able to be comfortable speaking to that person. If you're not comfortable, like, you know, communications, you know, things happen.
What have you guys done to kind of fast forward that process? Because, like you said, you got 3 new dudes back there working with you.
So we've been on, Jack Marucci's had us on VR, so now they've updated it to where we have, like, how can I explain it to y'all? It's like we on the field, like, we had the VR, we on the field, we got the Clemson Stadium, we got everything, and he's looking at the VR while it's 2 separate VRs. Yeah, the same thing. So we able to communicate and talk, you know, just be able to feel comfortable. So when we get on that field, it's the same thing. We already seen it.
What have you seen in AJ and Chad?
AJ, you can tell that, you know, he came off a strong season last year from Houston. You can tell that he's a veteran. He's a leader. He's going to tackle for sure. That's a big thing, you know, that is really hard for guys in the secondary to tackle. So he really, you know, he's really up on that. So that's a good key factor to our team. Cooley is also, you know, he came from NC State. He's a great playmaker. He's smart. Just like I said, with that communication, we talk outside of, you know, just in the building. So being able to do that, we're comfortable on the field. You know, if I need help on something, he tell me, don't worry about that. I got that. You just play this. It's stuff like that. So,
what do you think the secondary has improved? How do you think they've improved most this offseason? Is there some tangible thing you guys have done as a group that you think you've improved on?
Just like I said, you know, the VR stuff, all the work, but the main thing is confidence. Like, in the room, we have a lot of confidence. You know, we've been out there making plays, you know, back-to-back days. So it's just, you know, they're out there. It's expected. So that's all it is.
Ashton, you're a junior now, and, like, you know, you got a lot of transfers, but you're kind of the veteran guy in the room. How have you kind of taken on more of a leadership role this year?
A lot of guys, you know, even from, you know, the freshmen, it starts there. You know, Aiden Annan, you know, he kind of, you know, asks me, you know, things sometimes. So it's just starting from there and being able to, because, you know, you got Mentor, you got Ja, you know, older guys. But, you know, in order to gain that respect, they got to see you do it the right way. So as I continue to do that, the leadership goes up more and more. And, you know, Coach, you know, I've been in rooms. Coach expect me, you know, to lead more. And, you know, I'm going to work on that, and I'm working on it right now. So just being able to do that, you know, making plays, showing them guys the right way, and taking them along with me.
Maybe I'll ask you about a couple of corners. One a little bit older, Mansour. What's it like to add his veteran leadership on one side?
You know, it's good to have my son on the other side, because knowing that, you know, you have somebody that actually, you know, knows what's going on. You know, he's played a lot of ball. He's actually played, you know, more ball than me. He's an older cat, so just having them, we're able to, you know, talk to each other. You know, what he sees, what I sees. If I don't see something, he gonna tell me. If he doesn't see anything, I'm gonna tell him. So just being able to be transparent with each other.
He scooped that ball up today and took off with it, huh?
He did. That's the type of plays we got to make. We got to be excited for him.
And DJ Pickett, Coach Baker yesterday said he really has improved his physicality, put on some weight and everything. What are you seeing out of this young guy?
I see, you know, he came in a little small, but he's shown that he's not scared to tackle. Like, he's ready to get in that run fit. So being able to show that as a freshman, you know, that's a good thing. He's a good player. He's a great player. So just being able to show, you know, that tackling, you know, and being able to go up and catch the ball, like, you know, not too many freshmen, you know, have that. So.
How about the cheat code over there, Trey'Dez? What's that like, man? I mean, we've seen it all practice, right? There's some things you just can't do because he's the only guy that can get a ball. Like, how good does that make you, and how good is he?
You know, for me, you know, going against Trey'Dez, you know, we actually had a conversation, you know, his freshman year, when we both came in. I was a sophomore, he came in a year after me, so there was like a particular play, you know, they put him on the goal line, you know, in high school. He's going up, you know, catching it. But I told him, like, you know, because I stopped him and I told him, you know, it's more than that. You know, you got to work on the little stuff to be able to do it. Like, it's a bigger level. So, you know, I just felt like he took that and ran with it. And y'all see where he at right now. So me going against him right now, like, it really helps me.
It's that whole receiver room, they have so many different guys now that they can throw at you. Last year, you kind of, you know, 3-4 guys, you probably knew what they were going to do. What is that like? What is that challenge that room presents to you guys?
This room, you know, each one of them have different, you know, abilities. You know, some are faster, some are stronger. So you got bigger body guys, smaller guys. Just being able to have that, it gives us more of a, you know, advantage going into the season, because sometimes we don't know what teams have, what receivers they have. So being able to have a multiplicity of different receivers, it will prepare us.
On the defensive line, Bernard Gooden, this guy, maybe some people didn't know who he was, and apparently he's having a heck of a camp. What do you see out of him on the D-line?
When he first came in, you know, I really didn't know who he was at first, but, you know, he's really loud. Like, you're going to know he's in the room. So he carries that each and every single day. He's not a person, you know, they got some people that, you know, want to show that they like that, and then a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later, not like that. He's like that every single day, and that energy, like, it goes into the team. Like, everybody may be down, you know, at practice. It goes in the team, and it brings everybody up. So I feel like that's what we need.
So some people come in all gassed up, and they run out of gas. This guy doesn't run out of gas.
He doesn't run out of gas at all. I don't know what it is.
How about that pass rush? Are you feeling that the ball's getting out faster because guys are getting to the quarterback and giving you guys a chance to make some plays?
Yeah, most definitely, because, you know, as a cornerback, sometimes you may be on a receiver for like 2 to 3 seconds, and like the rush hasn't gotten there yet, and like they're getting open, so they still catch the ball even though you cover them good. Then they start scrambling, stuff like that. But being able to, I feel that presence. Now the ball is coming out quick. I'm sticking to the receivers, and I'm able to make that play right away.
The defense as a whole, I mean, we saw it a couple of years ago. It wasn't good, right? This year, you guys have been right there every step of the way. Do you feel that confidence as a unit? Is Blake really pushing you guys to take that level?
Yeah, he is. You know, Blake, you know, he's hard on us sometimes, but he just said, like, go have fun. Like, you know, this is what we grew up trying to do. Like, just go out there and have fun, create havoc, but you got to go out there and have fun. That's just the main thing. Like, we've been doing this since we were kids. Like, don't stress about the little stuff. Just go out there, have fun, do your job, do your 111, and then everything will be fine. And then, you know, him by being his second year, like, everybody's comfortable in this system. We know his plays. And even the older cats coming in, they've already, you know, been through college. They already know, like, the schemes and stuff. So they're able to catch on quick. So being able to have Blake, you know, for these 2 years is good. It's good.